Fuck you. Here we go then. 18 people for the US Grand Prix at Cota for Season 14, Race 17 MPL. I'm going to be doing the F2 standings for the start of quali, so expect me to not say much. Hopefully, Riley Edwards, who is a Tier 1 driver for next season, has his internet sorted out because we know how bad it's been in the past. If he has a LAN cable. Riley VE. The VE, but he is in P2 currently behind Kaiser, who's currently first in the session according to the timing screens. Might be the only time we ever see that happen. Skakup, you're supposed to get pole. Why are you spinning on the pit exit, bro? How did you spin there? Ski, bro, you just lost all your aura. I don't give a fuck that you have 4 wins this season. You're shit, bro. What are you doing? You have to gain it back now. Tice, bro, you just turn off your force feedback. Bro, how's that fucking Pascal Verla number 94 DTM type number right now? So, the 2 V-Carbs are using the default liveries, unfortunately, but they just still look pretty good. It's a shame. I have the pink one because I'm goated. Kimi has a pretty cool looking Sauber livery. Shame he can't get the car to finish the race. No one gives a fuck, bro. Yeah, for real, Tice. Am I the only one who just fucking hates Minecraft? I can't lie. It's so fucking boring, bro. Is that fucking pit assist? How does everyone know that, bro? How does everyone remember that race? Season 11 Silverstone. Yeah, you don't. Tice, bro, you're not winning shit with that fucking force feedback. Oh my god, bro. Bro, Ski had a really good last 3 races in F2, but he's still 113 points behind John in 3rd place. Anyway, I forgot to mention that I'm meant to commentate. Riley goes quickest to 32.4. Bonfim beats it by half a second with 31.9. Yonder 32.9. Frosty has a 33.1, so he's only 2/10 off Yarn, of course, who is a tier 1 driver. Hubert in P5 goes to 33.3. What's Kaiser managing? His flap is invalidated. We have Dan goes to 3rd fastest to 32.5. Tice goes to 33.0. Kimi gets to 33.1. Darkson gets to 32.8. What is Ski going to manage on his first run? I assume this will be provisional pole. And it is 31.7 for the Ferrari driver. Goes 2 times quicker than Bond for 2 drivers currently in the 31s. What was my pole lap last season? I don't even remember. Third of us. Damn, okay, yeah, you shit on my lap. There's Dervas in P14. What's the line? Oh, he's starting a lap, never mind. Kaiser's on a lap 2. What's Kiwi looking like? He used so much battery in the first sector, Jesus Christ. How have you only got 33% battery as of the middle? I think he's had an invalidated lap or something. Ruben's on his out lap. John is in the pit lane still. Dervas still going along. My Master has started a lap 2, but again, using way too much battery in the first sector to do a competitive time here. So Riley, on his debut, the new Riley, is currently P3 in the session. Felix, by the way, I should mention, is a Tier 2 driver, and once again is top 5 in qualifying, trying to prove himself as a Tier 1 driver. If he keeps this up, and he has the race pace and consistency to do this in Tier 2, I think he could be a title contender. Very likely against the other drivers. The new Riley is your teammate. This guy's never raced before, but he is a Tier 1 driver for next season, Tice, so he is very good. I've raced him with 5 lappers. He has really bad internet, but he's very quick. Kiwi pits. And Felix there, luckily wasn't on a lap, almost crashed with Kimi, who's also in the top 10 right now, by the way. But I think 7 people are yet to do a lap in the session. Is my stream working, by the way? I haven't actually checked. Oh, across the line. Here comes Kaiser to finish his lap. It's a woman at 35.8. He is behind Hubert by 2.5 seconds. Yeah, you're welcome, Kaiser. I love you, bro. Durvas goes 5th. Great lap from Durvas. He goes 5th quickest ahead of Felix, behind down by only a 10th. Twindia, who was that? My master goes 3rd with the 32.3. He's going to put himself right into contention. He's 6/10 off Ski's lap, though, who looks like the favourite here today in qualifying. Tice down in P10 with a 33.0. Is he going to do another lap here, though, Tice? Looks like he's on one. Looking very quick. I wonder if Tice understands the low wing meta yet in this league. Purple first set for Tice, apparently. Look how committed he is through these corners. Whoa, sliding around on this U set of tyres, I believe he's on. Yeah, one slide. Yeah, the tyres will be worn. They'll be even worse than the last sector, realistically, but we never know. Maybe he had a bad last sector. Oh, he almost spun out. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, used tyres are terrible at this track. You have to use the one set for each lap. Oh, Ruben crashed out on the straight. What? Oh, no. Oh, he left. What happened to Ruben? You guys are so gay, honestly. Anyway, where's Ruben? Where's Ruben? Where's Are You Sure, by the way? He always races. Yeah, I'll admit, Amir's probably recovering from his injuries after Las Vegas, bro. When he fucking flipped into the catch fence. That was genuinely the worst crash ever, bro. No wonder he's not racing today. I can't lie, okay, yeah, to be honest, that crash was a lot worse. Like, that Shen crash, he stopped instantly in the wall with the Williams and flipped over in front of everyone, so, yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah, I have some real... Oh, wait, Ruben has some real-life technical difficulties. Face purple crying, it says on YouTube. Okay. Bro. Fuck's sake. Oh my god, Tice. Oh my god, okay. Drags crosses the line, he beats Kaiser by 4/10. The battle for Tier 3 pole is looking close. Jonathan is out lap. BRT Kiwi on the first sector is a 25-1, not bad. Oh wow, he was very far off the apex there. Whoa, he's sliding. Okay, so Kiwi definitely has gotten a little bit worse since I last saw him racing. Yeah, Tice, bro, you can't be trusted on a microphone, I swear down. Hubert there crosses the exit of the corner. I heard everything, Tice. Nah, dude, I don't give a... Tice, please learn something from this. What happened? Is Ski on a lap? Oh, he was, and he was a 10.5 up in the first sector, but he's fumbled his lap. Bonfo is on a really good lap here, actually. He's 2.5 tenths up out of the middle sector. This is enough for provisional pole for Bonfo. As I said, Sconfo 1-2 is looking very likely today. With the two quickest drivers currently in Tier 1 of those who are racing today. Big send from Bon. Look how much rotation he gets in the corners. It's crazy. Through the last corner now, Bonfo comes around. BRT goes 7th quickest, and Bonfo goes to provisional pole by over a 10th. That is the quickest for him. 1 minute 31.6. Great lap from Bonfo. Puts him to the top of the times. And here comes Dan now on the lap. He's currently 1.5 that's up in the first sector. Middle sector time, what's it looking like? Hubert goes 6th. How? Okay, I'm starting to wonder if this guy's even tier 2 at this point. This guy's pretty fucking good. I mean, then again, he's only 2 turns out of Felix. He's tier 2, so yeah, whatever. Dan there. Continuing on. And, what ties? Hubert and Felix. By the way, they're both in front of you, Ties. Yeah, I like Felix and all, but I think in the race he's too inconsistent. Dan goes 4th quickest. An identical lap to my master, exactly the same. You're still 3rd, you're 4th, bro. You would be 3rd if you didn't do the lap after my master. My master's on a 2nd run, by the way. Looking to go for provisional pole, maybe. Yes, a lot of time. John goes 3rd! What the fuck? Okay, so John there, half a second off the pace nonetheless, but he is very good at this track. In fact, last season I saw John had some very good pace around here. It's hard to overtake him. My master could be impeded here by the Aston Martin of Dan. Luckily, Dan got out of the way at the last second. Definitely got some dirty air from that, though, has to be said. Okay, Dan, whatever. What's Darkson looking like? He just improved, I think, to a 32.8. Yes, that's Dervas behind you. He's not on a lap, by the way, Dan, don't worry about him. I'm not talking about you, Tice. Also, there's my master in P4. Wow, oh wow, hold on. My master's 2.5 tenths up in the middle sector. The purple middle sector for my master now. He could go for pole position here. And, through the final 3 corners. Was my master there? If he has it in him, if he gets a good rotation through this last corner, it didn't look as good as Bonfo. But it looks like 3rd place is very much on the cards for my master here in this lap. And Costaline gets a 32.1 and goes quicker than John by 0.04 of a second. So close in that fight for P3 between my master, John, Dan, and Riley. Well, John did get his wish of being at the front with Riley. So Ski apparently has 3 tenths in his last sector. That is a lot of time. He did get a 1 minute 30 apparently. I want to see how he does that, because that's pretty impressive. John is doing a lap on low fuel here. Let's see if he can do it. He might just about have enough to do a lap. Tice is 14th right now. Frosty now comes across line his beautiful Williams car to start his lap. Kaiser there also is on a lap, but I know he's coming back to the pit lane. Kaiser does indeed go ahead of Drags by 0.7 of a second and completely smashes Drags' hopes in the session. Ruben is still behind both of them though, however. Ruben, would you like an invite back or would you not? I mean, I see you watching the stream, but he's not even online. I might just invite John R64 because he was a former League member. Felix, bro. Oh, you joined back? Okay, good. So we have 3.5 minutes left in the session here. Dervas on his lap. I don't know what the time is because I just saw the notification from Ruben come on the screen. I hope Riley Edwards can get onto the front row thereabouts. Here comes Dervas now into the final sector. He runs out of deployment, but you don't really need it very much in that last sector. And Costaline goes 5th quickest there. What a lap. Dervas looking really good here today in qualifying. Consistent top 5 contender from Twindia. Has he got enough time to do a second run? Bonfo coming back out. Same for Ski. So Ski versus Bonfo for pole, it would seem. And my master in P3 is still there. I think the race pace for my master is generally stronger than his quali pace. Oh, Dervas. Oh, yeah, he's not going to come back around. Okay, so he's crashed out. He's done for the session. He's going to get P5 at best. Still a very good lap from Dervas. Exactly what you'd expect from him. Oh, shit. I just realized I didn't fucking finish the standings. Now I have no idea who I've given points to who I haven't. I think I gave it to everyone. Still rings a bell. I should have. Oh, what am I doing, man? Yeah, you now have 7 points. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Did I give you points? Yeah, I did. You have 7 points, yeah. Um, yeah, no, Bonfo's actually 19 points behind me in the Drivers' Championship, by the way, going into the last race. So I actually have a chance of winning the championship, despite missing the last 3 races. That'll be absolute aura, I'm not even going to lie. Hello, John. In F2, tight. No, Ski got pole. Ski got pole. Yeah, I know. I gave him the points. He's still 19 points behind. You know, I gave... But Bonford got maximum points in Vegas. He got 28, and I gave him all the points. Yeah, and then he got second today. Hold on a minute. Did I give the wrong points? Oh, that's what happened. Ah, there we go. Hold on. 18... 15... 17... So John you're very close to not being in title contention anymore. Well, you're not, wait, John can't win the championship anymore. He mathematically can't win the championship. Anyway, Bonfo, on a lap currently 300s down. Yes, a per middle sector. He had some mistake in the first sector, it seems, and the middle sector he's clawed it back a little bit, but it's looking pretty close. He's going to have more battery this time, though, to work with. Is he close to the final sector? Ski there through the first sector, already a 10th. This is a great lap from Skaker. Who did? Oh, Kaiser. It's a shame. Bonfo sends it through that penultimate corner. Look how much rotation he gets. It's crazy. Here comes Bonfo then looking for to extend his gap. Provisional pole is a 1 minute 31.5. Great lap from him. He's only 17 thousandths quicker, but he gets a 31.5. Here comes Skaker now. What can he get here in qualifying? He's looking very good. Whoa, very wide off the track there, but not enough for track limits, I wouldn't say. 1.5 tenths up still. That is enough to get in pole position if he keeps it up. And he's got a lot of time in hand in that last sector, so we know he can go very quick. He still has loads of battery to use, by the way. And my master crosses the line as a 32.1. Actually, no, he's coming into a lap now, I should say. Here comes Ski, though. What's John going to manage? He's on a lap he just started. Riley also was on a lap on his last run of the session. He has another set to use as well. Very nice penultimate corner there from Skakup. Across the line, look at the flick of that wrist through the final corner, and he gets a 31.2. What a lap! Great lap for his Ski. Jesus fucking Christ! That's like, hold on a minute. Is that TF10 Adam pace? I might have to check that actually. Probably not. Actually, I think he got a 30.6, something ridiculous. My master there continues as that. John continues on. Riley there's. Oh my God! Riley had a monster first sector. Jesus fucking Christ! He actually might get pole. Okay, never mind. He's 3 tenths up still, but that would get him onto the second row of the grid here for Riley on his first ever race. This is a very good lap. He still has more battery than even Ski did at this stage of the lap. So we could see a front row maybe even for Riley if he nails this last sector. And Jan Tice gets 7th place. He finished behind Durbas. Jan goes P5. Great lap from Jan. And my master continues on his way. He's on his lap, but here comes Riley now on debut. What's it going to be for the V-Carb reserve driver? Out of the final corner, it's a 1 minute 31.8, and he goes third quickest. Over half a second improvement. Great lap from Riley. And Kiwi goes fourth out of nowhere. He goes to the 32.0. And my master, John goes third. He beat Riley's lap. Great lap from here. Here comes my master now. He's on an improvement. He stays sixth fastest, and that's the end of the session. So it is Ski that gets pole position by almost 0.3 of a second over Bonfo in second, and it is Riley in third on debut. So John got his wish of Riley coming back to the front running order, except it's a different Riley this time. Sorry, it was John P3 and then Riley P4. BOT Kiwi gets P5. P6 to my master, then 7th to Jan. It was your hard medium, Jan. It was hard medium last season. So it's Ski that gets, he's only his second career pole position, but a very good lap nonetheless. Almost 3 tenths on his first race in MPL on wheel, for NF1 at least. Already proving that he can definitely contend for the title next season with this sort of pace. I was going to say, I could have sworn Ski was way quicker in PTP than he is in MPL. And I think this is why. He was using a wheel. But yeah, there you go. Very good lap from Ski, gets pole position. Also, the gap between me and Bonfo is actually 16 points, not 17. So Bonfo only needs to score. Well, he has to outscore me by, so he has to get 17 points or more. So yeah, he kind of needs pole in third or something. Which is very doable. Let's be real. Bonfo is good in qualifying. He's good in the race. So unless he disconnects, there's no way he's losing the championship. Also, John mathematically can't win the championship in F2. So my wish has come true for John to lose the championship to me. I don't give a flying fuck, John. You aren't going to win anyway. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. So here we go for Cota. I'm excited for this race. Because Skier is on pole position for the second time in his career. John is one of the only two drivers not to have a teammate this race, the other one being Dan, who also doesn't got a teammate, so they'll be working alone. And Tice doesn't have a race setup, unfortunately. And he'll start ninth with no race setup. Why does it take you so long to find a setup? Yeah, I can't lie, Tice, that's kind of a skill issue. Nah, bro, don't. You may as well try. Yeah, in fairness, Dan, the quality sub example is very good in the race. Well, yeah, shift tire is also shit for spinning out into the wall because of the stupid wing differential. So, let's have a look at come to Felix. Oh, Felix and Kaiser both go back to the grid. And Kaiser, who spoke nicely of Felix, now hates him. Frosty there in P13, good point for him. Hubert is in P12, P11 for Darkson. If John wins the quote-unquote Texan Grand Prix, I would be surprised, that's to be said. You never know what might happen today. We've seen the likes of Fabian and other dominant drivers this season get their win fumbled because of a safety car or some misfortune. We'll see. Maybe we could see Riley Edwards on the podium in his first ever MPL F1 race in Season 14 here today. Good to see a new driver on the grid. We also have Frosty returning today. He's the other newest driver on the grid. Of course, Kiwi also has only had a few starts in MPL, but is returning for the season, driving for Alpine today in P5 currently. I'm excited to see what happens here today. Jan gets disqualified on the grid for missing his grid box, and here comes Ski now. Skaker will line up, I think one of the last drivers to line up on the grid, along with Ruben, who just lined up as well. Here we go. Yeah, Bonfo is likely going to absolutely send it, or even Riley if he gets a great start. But here we go then. The 5 red lights from the drivers. I'm worried that my stream isn't working, actually. I'm going to clip the last half an hour just in case. Oh shit, it's lights out and away we go, and it's an even start from the front Super T, Ski and Bonfo, and it's a good start for Riley on the inside of Johnny straight ahead. Look at this, the inside goes Kiwi into turn 1, and into the first corner, 3 wide with the Red Bull as well. Cars going off the track in the first corner. They all made it out. Rod's getting big contact with Kaiser in the back on the drags as well, and he goes off the track. There's cars going over it. Also, once again, Darkson blunders his strategy. Meanwhile, Bonfo's first and Riley's second. Ski's had a nightmare of a start. He's now behind both of them. John's in P4, my Master's at P5, and Kiwi's down to P6. Dan's already up to P7 as well. So we have some big movements in the first opening exchange. Dan's had a great start. He's got 3 places from P10. So he's looking good in this race. Tice also went down a place because Dan has overtaken Jan, Dervas, and Tice at the start. Meanwhile, here comes Kiwi now. So that's Dan on Kiwi, I should say. Dan got to P6. What a move. Dan is making moves on this opening lap here at Cota, looking to get in the fight at the front. He's already in that train with my Master, John, Ski, and Riley. Riley there chasing down Bonfo for the race lead here with Ski right behind him as well. John also is in this fight. Why is Darkson on soft tires, bro? Wait, hold. Oh, hold on a minute. I meant to say Rube. I misread it. It's actually Ruben that's on softs, not fucking Darksen. Meanwhile, speaking of Darksen, he is fucking pushing Kaiser way off the track. It's 3 wide for the back of the field between Drags, Kaiser, and Darksen. And Ruben's in that fight as well. Ruben, despite being on the soft tires, is last currently. You know, he's on hard tires. The Darksen's on hard, so he's not in the worst position in the world. But we'll see what he can do. Yeah, Jan is doing it. Jan actually starting on hards is a very good idea at this track. It works really well if you pull it up. It gets you a lot of track position. So because at this track it's so easy to stay in DRS, so it's basically there's no point. Norris R race stop, says CB. CB unfortunately missing the race that he won last time out in Las Vegas. His replacements today are Riley and Tice at VCAR. Very good lineup there, both Tier 1 drivers. Speaking of Riley, actually, he is right behind Bonfer for the race lead here, with Ski closely in tow and John as well. So we have a 4-way lead fight here between some great drivers in MPL, 3 of which have won races in their careers, 2 of which this season. John yet to win this season, and currently in P4. And we also have Riley looking to get his first win and podium on debut. Let's see if he can do both. Or maybe just one. Dan is just about within DRS of my master, and he is also in the train, so the top 6 all close together, but Kiwi has lost DRS to Dan. So Kiwi's struggling here in the race currently to stay with the leaders. The driver who we know won on debut in MPL in Season 12. Meanwhile, battles behind. Is that Tice chasing down Dermos for P9? Oh, that's Frosty, I should say, for P10. Down the inside goes Hubert on Kimi. And there goes Tice to the inside of Frosty. There goes ahead of him and takes the place away. No, you don't, Dan. You and John do not have teammates. Riley there did not get past Bonfer, but he's still very much in that fight for the race lead. Riley looking good here on debut. Oh, and Frosty having an incident there. He's making contact. He's side by side with Hubert. Oh, big spin for Felix again. Felix, I told you, man, you need to stop spinning. Anyway. Oh, this is why he's overtaking a corner then. Meanwhile, Riley gets fastest lap of the race and gets beaten by Dan. Dan actually looking really quick today. This is one of his best performances we've seen in a while at Cota. And Riley. Yeah, I know, but come on, Dan, you're doing well. Give yourself some credit. Hubert there is right up heated battle with Kimi for P11. Kimi trying to establish himself as a Tier 2 contender next season. Of the Tier 2 drivers, he is the highest up on the grid. Meanwhile, yellow flags are out in the first corner. Looks like a crash for Kaiser. Kaiser continuing on. Ruben continues on. Yeah, Frosty was at the front of that field. Tice there. Causes the VSC. Oh, contact. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is going on, man? Whoa, Jesus Christ, man. And Tice now has wing damage. So Kimi causing some incidents here in the midfield, unfortunately. Dervas there also happy to have a breather. I mean, nice and careful Delta. Riley needs to slow down with that Delta, man. He needs to be real careful. But I think everyone at the front is going extra slow. Tice there with damage, probably has to pit during the VSC. And it looks like Kimi got an illegal overtake. Yamura! So will the VSC end soon? Probably. And Kimi gets a drive-through. And Dan, that's a great restart. Goes to the inside of My Master, goes up to P5 there on the inside line. Can My Master send it around the outside though? He's going to try it. And oh, meanwhile, is that a battle between Bonfer? What a restart by Ski! How did he get to the lead? I didn't even notice that. What the fuck? Ski perfectly timed the restart, overtakes Riley and Bonfer and takes the lead of the race away. Bonfer loses 2 places there on the restart, and Riley's back to second though. He stayed in the middle of that mess in turn 1. And Dan got ahead of My Master, and John's now in this fight as well. So we have a huge fight for the race lead between multiple cars. Riley's also in this train. Looking pretty good today is Riley on that race pace. In 5 lappers, I didn't see... Oh, contact! Whoa! He got a bit... He didn't expect Ski's exit to be quite as slow as it was, and then hit the back of his car. But still a very good chance for him to get past. But now Bonfo's alongside him as well. So it's a battle for second, and maybe even a battle for the race lead as well. But it looks like Ski's wings are very low. What is this camera angle, man? There goes Bonfo down the inside. It's the three-way crash, and the race leaders all collide. Oh, wow. How did they not crash out completely? And now it's Ski that's leading, but it's now Bonfo going around the outside of Riley there. Here comes John in the fight as well, trying to go for P3. John goes down the inside of Bonfo. He sends it down the inside. That's going to be a crash, surely. No, he does just manage to keep it clean. And Bonfo goes, well, here comes Dan now in the fight for P4 on Bonfo. Bonfo is being bullied around by these cars at the front of the field. And John's up to P3, and he's already on the back of Riley as well. This is giving Ski a chance to save battery, while these cars behind are squabbling. And this also has brought a lot of people into play, including Kiwi and MyMaster, back into this fight in the train for the race lead. What a race. The top 7 all within DRS range. And Dervas there in PA trying to close in on this fight out front, but is losing heaps of time to the leading cars currently. Hubert there has Yarn behind him, who just locked up a little bit into that final corner. Here comes Riley on Ski once again into turn 1. Couldn't quite make a move. John brakes too late. Here comes Bonfo on the inside. Once again, by the way, for the millionth time this season, John and Bonfo are together on track. Why the fuck does it happen every single race without fail? I have said it every single race. After this season, I am going to make a John Bonfo compilation. I'm going to make a Felix Spin compilation. That's my one goal after the season's ended. You're welcome, Felix. Don't worry about it. Riley, though, still looking very good in this race behind Ski at the moment. Plenty of battery staying within the DRS range. Oh, he has damage on the front wing, though. Riley has damage on the right end plate of his car. Must have been from that collision there was in the front running order. That's a shame for Riley, though. He looked really quick, and now he's got damage, but that's just the state of MPL. I don't know what Bonfo was doing there, sending a double dive bomb on Ski and Riley. It was very aggressive going down into this corner. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets investigated, but Riley there sending the corner. Here goes Bonfo and John side by side. John there trying to fend off Bonfo. Can he do it? So far, so good for him. Kiwi there still struggling to stay within the DRS range of the cars in front. He looks like he's really struggling to stay with them here, as he has done in the past, like a Cota. Dan there still very much spying Bonfo. Whoa, big side off the corner there. MyMaster's still looking to get in this fight. He's just keeping himself patient, keeping his nose out of trouble while these cars squabble. John there trying to stay in the DRS range of Riley. Might struggle to do so here, actually. Ski there goes in deep into the corner, and Riley that's still very close to the back. Riley's race pace looks really good. Even with damage, he's still keeping up very nicely with Ski at the front of the field. And Dan there continues with Bonfo, and he's got MyMaster for company behind him. Oh, to the inside goes Bonfo on John. This is for P3. Meanwhile, Riley sends it down the inside of Ski for the race lead. And there's that contact. Now it's damage for Ski in the first corner. And Riley there does send it on Ski, and Ski's not going to be happy about that. And now he has damage as well. So Riley and Ski now both have damage, and this is going to give Bonfo another chance to get back in the race lead fight. What a race. This race is chaos already. In the front of the field, way more interesting than last season's race, I have to say. So, a complete chaos in the front running order here. Riley there looking to get to the front. Tried a very desperate move. I'm sure Ski will likely try and report that at this very continued. Oh, is he lagging again? God damn it. Yeah, this is not good. Here comes Dan on John, meanwhile, for P4. John's going to squeeze into the inside line. Dan goes to the inside. Great racing, and this is what I want to see in Tier 1 next season. Bonfo goes in deep. And Ski did as well, and this is not good news for these cars. Bonfo moves across Dan. Oh, contact with John. Now he has front wing damage as well. Oh, big damage on someone's car. Who was that? Was that MyMaster's car? What is going on here in the front running order? There's so many crashes. And John now and Dan both have damage. What is going on in this race lead fight? Riley there's pulling away almost out in front. He's got Ski right behind him. Riley's race pace looks really good. I mean, you could argue the same for him. He did also get killed by Bonfo. Meanwhile, Kiwi pits. Has he got damaged or something, or is he just trying to avoid the chaos? I wouldn't be surprised if it's either tyre wear or... Oh, what a massive send from MyMaster down the inside. He was very smart, by the way, to keep his nose out of trouble because of all of this squabbling. He has no damage, full batch... Oh, he hasn't got damage, never mind. Never mind. MyMaster has also got damage. How has everyone got damage except for Bonfo in this lead fight? I'm pretty sure Bonfo hasn't got any damage. Let me check. And Dan, maybe. Dan hasn't got damage, but he was lucky to get away with it, to be honest. Dan, actually, because the two cars in front both have damage, he could actually win the race now in terms of pace, if he can keep it with them. But currently, it looks like the top two are the quickest drivers on track. John now having a big battle with Bonfo, gives up track position for the DRS. MyMaster's fight. Look at all these cars with front wing damage. Bonfo hasn't got damage. John and MyMaster do. Ski and Riley also do. and Dan's losing time with the tire wear he has. Tire wear at this track is usually pretty low, on the hard tires at least. The mediums, however, are a little bit more concerning. So the hards last forever at this track though, so you could pit really fucking early, like lap 10 you can go to the end, is my prediction. Down the inside goes my master on John, big switchback from John as well. Meanwhile, Dervas has been overtaken by Hubert for P7. Dervas really struggling there with his car. And meanwhile, Frost is battling with Jan now for P9, and Jan goes around the outside, and they continue their squabbles. Meanwhile, Tice is in P12 there with damage, trying to stay in this fight with the cars around him, including Felix in front. We've just gone past Darkson on the hard tires. They're both on the hards, trying to make progress through the field. Darkson's got up a lot of places today. Ruben's way down the order, but he has pitted for medium tires. Meanwhile, Ski there still very much in this fight. John goes in wide. He's now right behind my master for P5. The complexion of this race has changed dramatically since it started, and now Ski, look at the low wings he's using, trying anything he can to throw himself at Riley out in front. And still, though, the top two remain firm out in front, and it's going to be a very interesting race to see who comes out on top in all this. Damn, it's a shame, because John was very much in that fight, but they all have damage in front of him, really, except for Bonfo and Dan, so... Yeah, no, it wasn't really Dan's fault. It was kind of... Bonfo's caused 2 incidents in the front running order, I gotta be honest. Meanwhile, Dan's actually caught back up a little bit here to the cars in front of him. But I think that might be because they're saving battery. Yellow flags? What happened? Oh, Ski spun out! Ski spun out of third! I know he's lost 2 places to Bonfo and my master, but he has a good exit off the corner still. Has he got DRS? Let's check his rear wing. He does get DRS, and my master doesn't, so that's going to give Ski the position back, but he's lost a place to Bonfo because of that. I think he was behind Bonfo anyway. Also, he was second, I forgot to mention. He was in the battle for the race lead. How did I not notice that? I was looking around for what caused the yellow, but I didn't see it. Riley there, though, has a commanding lead now in this race, in the V-Car. 2 seconds over Dan in second place. Bonfo's now third, Ski in fourth. I'm sure these guys would all love a safety car to get themselves some new front wings and some fresh tyres. Hubert, meanwhile, is really quick. He's gaining on all the front runners because of their damage. I say that and he starts sliding around right as I say that, but John there, right behind my master. 1.5 seconds to gap. My master is right behind Ski as well, so my master could be in the lead fight as well if this all drags together. The undercut is very powerful here because the hards do not wear very much, I should mention, which is a good bit of advice I'd give to a lot of the drivers. And it looks like John's taking it, so John pits first of the front running order. Yes, Dan, trust me, that's very normal. I think that's pretty good tyre wear, to be honest, this track for mediums. Yeah, but Felix, you're going slower than Dan is. Kiwi gets the fast start. I forgot to mention, Kiwi is doing a 2-stop today, looks like, so he's already gone past John. But the 2-stop isn't very good at this track, has to be said. But we never know, with all the chaos in front, Kiwi might be making a genius strategy here to pit twice. We'll see what he does. Dan there, still trying to chase down. Meanwhile, let's look at this battle for P9 between Frosty and Felix, 2 drivers who will be racing each other in Tier 2 next season. Felix there right behind Frosty. Looks pretty quick, getting pretty comfortable in the Haas currently. They continue on their way, it's looking pretty close. Frosty there defending into the corner, making sure. Here comes Darkson on Tice now for P12. Down the inside they go, side by side off the corner. No battles from besides my master and Ski, battling for P4. Down the inside he goes, and once again Ski locks the rear tyres. Oh, did he touch the grass? I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, rear locking again for Ski, same as it was when he spun out from second place. And now he's down to fifth. He lost another place in my master. He looks very quick here at the moment. Bonfo there, meanwhile, with his lack of damage, is now right behind Dan, who also has not got damage, so they're both in with a good chance. Hitting the stop isn't even a bad idea if you're on the hard tyres, to be honest. And someone like John can make it work. Meanwhile, the battle continues on between Jan and Dervas now. On to Dervas's pace, he's dropped off a cliff. It looks like the hards are coming back to Jan now. And Tice is battling with Darkson. Look at this battle between Felix, Darkson, and Tice. Down the inside goes Darkson on Tice. Ski now pits. Oh, wait, no, and Riley's left the Discord. Don't tell me he disconnected. I think he disconnected. Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't disconnected. He lost a bit of time to Dan, but he hasn't disconnected. Okay, there's Jan there, fighting with Dervas, goes to P6. Jan there also has damage on the left end plate, like many drivers have in this race. Meanwhile, look at this squabble still continuing on between Tyson Darkson, having a wonderful battle for P10 right now. And that's because a lot of drivers behind are pitted. Kiwi's now in front of Ski and John. Is John going to come? Oh, John's way behind Ski in this fight. The undercut did not work in his favor. Oh, that makes sense. John did get a new front wing in front of Ski did not. So Ski will be slower for the wing damage, but John, we'll see what John's raw pace is looking like. And there goes Kimi now. He gets 10 seconds. and that compounds his issues today. Meanwhile, Dan is closing in quite suspiciously on Riley. I wonder if Riley's disconnecting from the session, or if Dan's picking up the pace. It's hard to tell. Might be. Maybe he has a puncture or something. Probably not. Probably not this early. Yeah, no, it's not. He has to do us. Frosty and Felix are battling. Look how much damage Frosty has. He's got some battle scars from these midfield scraps. Meanwhile, here comes Darksen as well on the hard tyres. The hards look really good at this stage of the race. No tyre wear on those. Oh, Frosty pushes Darksen off the track. That was a bit rude. Yeah, fair enough. Frosty should probably just pit for the front wing, to be honest. Meanwhile, Dan comes into the pit lane. He wants to undercut Riley now. There is a good chance he could do it as well with the pace drop-off that Riley's having. So Dan making a good strategy call. Riley wants to overcut these guys, but doesn't realise the hards aren't very good at this track for overcuts. They do not wear at all, so undercuts are very powerful. We'll see where Ski comes out in this fight. He's already closing in rapidly on the Kiwi. Still has to pit again. I should remind everybody. Frosty there in the pit lane. Where's Dan going to come out in this session currently? You know, there's battle between Dervas and Felix. I don't even know where to look, man. There's so much to look at when there's fucking 18 people. Here comes Kiwi on the inside of Dan on the pit exit. Dan's undercutted Ski, by the way, and he's side by side with the corner contact. Going into this corner. Oh, and Ski's around into the wall heavily. That's a massive crash. Huge accident, and that was Dan and Kiwi. Safety car, and Kiwi's out of the race. Oh man, and that's absolutely perfect for Felix, Dervas, Hubert, My Master. That's terrible for Jan, because you can't really pit realistically. I mean, I guess he could. You have to, yeah, at that time, Dan had just pitted, but he does come out in front of Ski, so there is some benefits there. Ski also in P11. That was a massive crash. Once again, Kiwi taken out in this race, have an aggressive battle. And Kiwi just said in the chat, do you lot kill me for fun or what? That's quite funny, actually. Yeah, to be honest, Dan, I don't know what he was doing, trying to stay side by side through that corner. That was a bit aggressive from him. That is true, Dan. That is what you used to do on the old games. In fact, you used to just put people out of the way. And Riley now could pit from the race lead. Okay, his lag is really bad. One for pits. Kiwi has left the session. That's a shame for Kiwi. Once again, retiring from the race. I hope he has more fortune in Tier 1 next season, if he still is around at that point. So Riley comes out in the lead with a fresh front wing. Bonfield also in that position. Dan continues on. So Riley could actually win his debut race in MPL here. And Jan has a new front wing and it has medium tyres, but they will not go to the end, so he'll have to pit again. But given that a lot of people are in the same boat, it's not over for him. Jan, no fucking up there. Couldn't go fucking 16 laps on mediums, bro. Let's be real. Frosty didn't change his front wing. You upped your front wing. That's interesting, actually. You should have if to make that work, you have to increase it by 10. I'm not sure if that actually works or not, but we'll see. Damn, okay. Yeah, he would have. You absolutely would have been the net race leader, Dan, because Riley was staying out for a while. It looked like. I think he was banking on a safety car. That was a big crash. I got the onboard of Kiwi's crash. That was pretty good timing. Yeah, Dan versus Skaker for the lead would have been cool. Meanwhile, My Mass has jumped Ski now and has no damage, so he's in a great position in P4 on fresh hards, fresher than Dan's. And Bonfo in second is going to look to go after Riley for the race lead now. What a great race we're having today. We looking to have some great contenders. Meanwhile, Hubert is P6 on fresh hards. Hubert's having a great race for the Mercedes at the moment. Looking for his best result in MPO history. Got us in P7, P8 is Felix there. Darkson in P9. Ruben is trying to catch up to the field. I feel bad for Ruben. He's had a bit of a difficult race today, but I can't lie. I don't believe for a second the Drags actually has stick drift. You can ask him for the clip in fairness. Or wait, who was third when that happened, by the way? Because they probably could have seen it from third place. I think it was either Bonfo or John. It might have been John at the time, because John was pretty close. I think it was Bonfo, to be honest. Anyway, let's go back to now. It's Riley leading from Bonfo in second place. We would need a clip to investigate, by the way. Then again, half a second back and then a dive bomb would probably warrant a penalty. Here we go then. Riley continues on, leads the way. Got a great restart actually with Bonfo in second place. Down is P3, P4 to my master. Side by side with Ski already though. Ski down the inside. Sends a move. On the inside on the grass. Pushes him, but it's a good exit for my master. Can he go past? Don't tell me there's another crash here, man. There's still some momentum swings to Ski, and once again, my master using his spot, his brains there, avoids a crash. Here goes Yarn battling with Darkson for P9. Darkson was a massive benefactor from that safety car. Already Frosty there with Tice alongside him. But on the outside goes Tice. Great overtake in fairness from Tice. Frosty goes back down the inside. And Yarn there battling Felix. Down the inside goes Yarn. He sends it on Felix on the medium tyres, and he goes down the inside into P8. Good move from Yarn. Now he's got John in his sights. He had a great exit off the corner as well. Yarn's looking very quick on the restart on the medium tyres. Here he comes. Problem is he has to pit again probably, but there's probably going to be another safety car. Let's be real. Yeah, in Yarn we trust, bro. In Yarn we trust. He almost got a podium last season. I'm sure he can get a top 5 this season. Yarn's going to have some fun overtaking these front runners on the fresher tyres. Let's see how this goes. Hubert there, meanwhile, doing a great job staying with the leading cars. Here goes Yarn down the inside of Hubert. That was a stupid overtake, I can't lie, Yarn. I like how unserious Yarn is. I don't know how anyone can hate on that guy. Only the most sad people hate on Yarn, I can't even lie. Riley leads the way. Bonfo in second place. DRS is now enabled. And Ski there in P4. Still very close to Dan. My master there in P5. You know, Darkson continues on. So is there a yellow flag still? Darkson goes down inside of John now. Of course, the Darkson is on a different strategy. He starts to pit again, probably. Dervas there overtaking Felix, who also gets overtaken by Tice down the inside. He's going to go past Dervas, maybe. On the outside goes Tice. Nice move. What a crazy race we have in Cota today. And Bonford there, still within the DRS range of Riley out in front. And we're down in close to Intel as well. And Ski there struggling to stay close to these guys with the damage he has. He's just too close. Bonford close enough there to make a move on Riley. Bonford there. Wow, Riley's pace is blistering here at the moment. He looks really quick. Gotta hand it to him. Riley there, looking like Fabian pace, to be honest with you, at this rate. Pretty scary. Yeah, I'm worried about his internet. Oh my fucking god. Well, the problem we have with him is his fucking internet sucks, which is the worst thing when you have a really quick driver with bad internet. Shem. So, that's kind of annoying. Oh my god, look at his teleporting, bro. What the fuck is this? Meanwhile, Jan's right behind Hubert trying to send it again. Has Jan got damage? Yes, he has. Of course he fucking has. Darksen, my goat. Can you get past my boy Jan? That'd be pretty tough, man, go. Meanwhile, Bonfire is chasing down Riley for the race lead, but is this actually real? Oh, Riley disconnected. Yeah, there he goes. And Dan goes second, Bonfire takes the lead, and this has caused complete chaos in the front running order. Where is Riley is the question. I'll invite him back straight away, but Riley's now to P5 because his internet sucks. That's such a shame for him there. He didn't deserve that, man. Yeah, I told you. Dan, though, is now in the fight for the race lead out of nowhere. My master is too, so this could be very interesting to see. Felix now gets 3 seconds. He's disconnected, Jan. He can't help it. It's his AI car. It's his fucking AI car, Jan. What are you talking about? Jan, you're actually the dumbest fucking 7-year-old boy I've ever met in my life. Meanwhile, Dan there, still chasing down Bonfo. Probably pretty low. Ski there might send a dive bomb. No, he doesn't. But Dan's still staying inside. Bonfo there, leading the way, looking for a second career victory today. Yeah, Jan does it too, don't worry. On to Devas, oh no! Oh, he's lost some places there, so a few people rally there. Also, holding up cars. His AI cars anyway. Hubert and Jan battling once again there, and now Darks is in P7. Tice also on the medium size is making progress up to P8 currently. He has no damage on his car this time. And my master there is right behind Ski in about third. Kimmy there overtakes. Wow, Riley went from 1st to 14th in 1 lap because of his AI car. That's actually crazy. He needs to. I think he said he got a line cable. Obviously, it wasn't enough to keep him in the session. And they're all quick. They're all like on their day, they are top 3 quickest in the league as well. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think I love that corner. I don't know why people complain about it. I can't lie. It's so nice. It's so easy. No, the curb's fine. Are you on about the sausage curb on the inside or what? The right-hander. I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like the rear end steps out a bit, but it's fine. You just have to take it a bit slower. There's a perfect line you can take for it that's really useful in the race. It gains you like 2 tenths on everyone. That's what I do all the time. Like people brake too late for that corner. Even they think they're braking. Oh, it's a turn in early. You have to brake a lot, and that's why I always get fucking bummed on that corner. Meanwhile, big battle between Hubert and Darksen for P6 currently. Looks like Hubert's going to send it down the inside. That corner is so bad for racing because it's just guaranteed crashes. Meanwhile, Jan goes to P5 and is now going to set aside after his teammate My Master at P4, and Tice goes past Hubert down the inside. That's a nice move from Tice down the inside. Gets it to stick on Hubert, and he does go up into P7 out of Tice. On the same strategy as Darksen and Jan in front. Probably banking on the cars behind being in the midst of these battles. Meanwhile, John's lost a lot of time here to the cars in front. If that's John, you have the oldest tyres of anyone on the tracks. That would make a lot of sense. There goes Tice on Darksen. Locks up on the inside, almost contact. Ooh, that was very tight there, but he does keep it clean. Meanwhile, Darkson stays in front. Jan, though, is the next in his sights, and he's losing time to his teammate now, who's still in the lead fight in P4. And Dan now is looking to stay close. Yeah, I mean, that's your problem. Oh, and Ski gets 3 seconds now. And Hubert gets 3 seconds as well in P8. That's not good for his race. He's got John and Dervas behind him, so that's not good for Hubert's race today. But he was running very strongly in the top 10 a minute ago. Then again, his hopes for P5 aren't over, because, of course, the cars at the front have to pit. So John and Hubert are battling for a net P5 in this race. So they are very far behind the top 4 train of Bonfo, Dan, Ski, and MyMaster, who are currently pulling away from the field nice and cleanly out in front. Bonfo doing a stouter defense here on Dan, who is struggling to overtake him here today. With 11 laps to go in the race. Here goes Tyson on Yarn now. And Darkson got past him too, so it's a three-way fight for 5th on track currently. Tyson with a beautiful switchback. So smooth on the exit of the corner. Goes straight past him again. Stop with the fucking onboards, man. I fucking hate the spectator menu. Anyway, Yarn goes down the inside and does retake P6 now on Tice. And Hubert's now in P8 right behind them, with John now closing in on those hard tyres as the stint continues on. Dervas trying to do the same, but struggling to stay close to the cars in front. Yes, Felix behind Frosty, his teammate, today, who's chasing down P11. John now has closed in a lot on the cars in front of this lap with the battling and also the pacings that have come back to him now. And Dan there, chasing down Bonfire right in front. Once again, Dan burns the ERS in places he doesn't need to. Frosty there. Issue with Felix, side by side off the corner. In fairness, Frosty, you do have a lot of front wing damage. Oh, not again. Wow, these guys, oh my god, Kimmy, Jesus Christ, man. That was very dangerous. But Kimmy does back out at the last second there. What would have been an airplane crash with all 3 of them. Swain's a lot, actually. Oh, Dan. Once again, sliding on the exit of the corner. But Ski there, has he got DRS? He hasn't. Oh, MyMaster could be in a great opportunity to pounce on him here down the straight. With Ski not having DRS, will he send it on him is the question. No, he doesn't. He's not quite close enough, but he is definitely there, is MyMaster. A lot of steering angle he's using there, but now it's... Yeah, no, MyMaster is actually a clean driver, I should mention. I mean, well, there goes Tyce running outside of Hubert. I'm really excited to race MyMaster next season. He looks like a good driver. I've seen his battle with Kiwi as well, it was very good. Shame he couldn't do Kiwi didn't do the same with Dan. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yes, that is. Oh yeah, has Riley come back yet? I don't think he's going to run back. I don't know. I think he's just given up. Which guy? I don't know. Probably a few. Dan still right behind Bonfo. It's a good chance for Dan to stay close this time. Look how close he is. Still just doesn't turn early enough in these corners to account for the dirty area in front of him. And has lost all his time to Bonfo now because of it. And they're taking it easy through these corners. Bonfo has so much consistency in that section. MyMaster is right behind Ski now. It's looking very likely that we're going to see MyMaster go up to P3 here. And Riley has now officially adopted Discord. Now Frosty gets 3 seconds down in P12. Dan's too far back to make a move on Bonfo, but is MyMaster too close? Price and Yarn battling. Down the inside goes MyMaster on Ski. He does go up to P3 now, and he'll set aside after the race lead. This is MyMaster going for his first career podium here today. Finally, after so many weeks of misfortune in this league, he's finally looking to get a podium today. But what could happen to thwart his attempt to get it? Maybe even a chance for the race victory if he can catch Dan off guard with the battery saving and use his battery to close in. I think he's doing a great job though, is MyMaster saving the battery. And he is actually gaining on Dan through this section. Let's see what he has in store here. Can MyMaster get himself in the fight for the race win today with 9 laps to go, make it 8 when they cross the line? Meanwhile, Jan was in a good battle there with Tice, who's up to P6 and is trying to chase back down Darkson. Tice almost died off that corner, and Hubert there in P8 is right behind him as well. John also in this train still. And Dervas keeping the gap consistent in fairness, so anything happens, he'll still be in that fight. MyMaster almost got in DRS of Dan, but not quite. But he's got a plan, it seems, to get up close to him. He has a good first sector here. A good chance we could see MyMaster in DRS range of Dan. We'll see what he does. Who should be tier 2? I can't lie, I kind of agree. Yeah, you know, Felix and Frosty battling it out. Look how close they are. I think Felix is battling with Frosty and Kimi, and they're both tier 2 drivers. I think it's pretty fair that they, you know. By the way, Frosty has loads of front wing damage and Felix has none, so I think Felix is tier 2. Hubert, I think, is the most. That's why I said tier 2 champion Hubert, by the way, because of the tier 1, of the tier 2 drivers, he's the quickest. Let's be real. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he could races consistently, and like he literally just overtook Jan, who's on media. Obviously, his media's dead now. Yeah, so Hubert, the hard's coming back to him. Then again, he has got 3 seconds that he hasn't served, so John is still in that P5 despite all of this. Darkson looks so fast, by the way. Darkson's pace is quite scary on the medium tyres. Meanwhile, my master did actually get within DRS range of Dan now, so looks like my master's looking for that race win any way he can in front in this fight. He has definitely got the pace to get in this fight as my master. If he saved enough in the tank for his tyres, there's a good chance we could at least see him get second. Meanwhile, what happened? Oh no, Kaiser's in the grass with drags. Kaiser's not happy with drags. Meanwhile, Darkson pits. He's going to pit now for mediums, it looks like. Good tyre choice, Darkson. Well done, I'm proud of you. Meanwhile, Jan there stays out. John goes a bit wide in turn 1, and Tyres also stays out, trying to go long. Not really worth it, though, I can't lie. The overcut isn't very good. Oh, Kaiser retired. Look, he didn't crash, but... Empty on. Oh. Yeah, you could have done with a safety car there. Sacred Ties, actually. Well, it's good at all the front runners. Kimi gets 3 seconds. These guys at the front need to be so careful not to get more warnings. The top 4 I've checked out from everybody else, by the way. It's crazy. Bonfire there is so good. The guys are spreading out. It's getting pretty spread out in this field. Jan there battling with John now for P7. And Jan go past him without any DRS. Jan could send it on John. Big lock up for Jan, almost hit him. Oh, he does stay in P8. Jan is locking up every single corner on the inside front, that's crazy. Meanwhile, Frosty and Kimi are battling now for P11. Kimi goes to the inside line, he's going to send it, is he? Thought about a move there, but Frosty shuts the door, and now Jan gets 3 seconds. It's going to be so hard to keep track of who has penalties and who doesn't. I know Ski's penalty doesn't count, does it? No, it does. Jan, shut up, bro. Who wants a race ban? And Jan retires in the pit lane. What a strange thing to do. Why would you do that, Jan? You were like guaranteed points if you didn't do that. Yeah, that makes a good point, actually. Yeah, I may as well just not fucking race then if you're gonna be like that. Then again, it's Brazil tomorrow, and you're pretty good at Brazil, so maybe you should. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, nice for Ski, no one gives a fuck. Anyway, it's a battle for the race lead, finally? Yeah, kill Dan. I want my master to win, yeah, fuck both of you. Dan, just fucking send him right now. You're not going to get a better chance than this. Meanwhile, John goes past... Oh, he's not gone past yet. I don't know, he has. He has gone past Hubert for P6. On the older tyres, but I should add. Oh, God. Don't make it game, man. Anyway, down there in second. Is still battling Bonfire for the race lead. And it's actually pretty close to him this time by. They're starting to all save battery a bit more at the front, it looks like. All 3 of them are getting more battery stored than they had before. Meanwhile, Dan is right behind Bonfire. This could be a chance for him to go for the race lead. He goes down the inside into the first corner. Dan's finally going to send a move on Bonfire. Just like in Qatar, they're battling for the race lead now. And now to the outside line goes Dan. Can he make a stick going into the S's? This is looking terrifying between the 2 race leading cars. Finally, Dan goes round the outside and takes the lead of the US Grand Prix. What a move from Dan to take the lead of the race away. And Bonfire looking back the long game there, saving battery to do so, and is now looking to get back past Dan, but is not used to that dirty air, which is going to make a difference to how he drives. Darkson already back into the points now in the Ferrari there, battling with Frosty. Let's have a look at them while we can. Still side by side off the corner, and Darkson's not going to give this up. Could we see a repeat of Kiwi's crash? They're still side by side. Oh, Darkson smart to back out there. The oldest driver in MPL. Also one of the wisest to know not when to back out of a move. But he's looking so much quicker on those fresh medium tyres. This strategy actually seems to be working pretty well for Darkson. He's going to gain a lot of places in these closing laps if he plays his cards right. And it looks like he may have actually lost DRS to Frosty there if he's not careful. We're not sure if he did. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the lead fight again. Is Bonfer going to go past? He could not make a move. And my master's looking pretty racy here on that Red Bull and P3. I don't want to leak ERS figures, but I also really do because I think it would benefit some people. Anyway, I just want to see more racing. But anyway, my master does still. I mean, it was like that for a while, Dan, when you were behind Bonfer. So Dan, very much in the same fashion as me last season at Qatar, could very well win at one of his worst tracks, which would be very tough. Dan narrowly defending the lead from Bonfer, who is looking pretty good. My master needs to play his cards right here, and if he does, I reckon he could genuinely win this race. Meanwhile, Ski and P4 dropped off a cliff because that's the cars in front at the end. Not sure what happened to him. Struggling. I told you there's no fucking tyre wear. Yeah, you've gone 14 laps. Meanwhile, Bonfer is literally pushing up Dan's arsehole right now through the first sector and is looking poised to make a move on this lap. Look how fucking quick he is. And that TC is making a big difference there on the exit of that corner as he gets a very nice exit. And this looks very likely now that Bonfer is going to absolutely breeze past Dan on this straight with the low wings he has as well. To the outside he goes. Is it going to be a nice move? Is Dan going to defend? Of course he is. He'll try to. Can Bonfer go around the outside of this corner? Still side by side between them. He has the inside line through here. Oh, Dan sent it. There's contact between the two race leaders, but Dan does not make any more incidents there. And now my master's debating a move into this corner. Will Bonfer go for the switchback? He does. But has he got the traction? Dan has a little bit of a wiggle off the corner. And this is giving my master some encouragement in the fight for the race lead. Between the top two. But Dan, they're making it interesting now at the front of the field. My master looks very realistically like a contender to win this race. It's crazy. Is Ski slowly coming back up to this train of cars? Let's see if Dan does get taken into turn one by Bonfer. A great exit of Dan off the corner, so this could be a chance. Meanwhile, my master's in this fight now. Look how good his exit was off the corner. Still, though, he's just saving his battery, biding his time, and staying in this fight. Not really worth it, though. He goes in very deep in turn one. He continues on his way. Oh, what happened to Frosty, though? Never mind, Darkson moves on. How the fuck is Ty still going on the mediums? Bro, Tice's tyre wear is fucking crazy, man. I can't believe how good his tyre wear is. Jesus! I mean, fair enough to you. You could probably get to the end, to be honest. Bonfer there, still chasing down Dan for the race lead. Oh, fuck, I'm just going to say it. My master has the most battery of the top three, but not by much, in fairness. Let's see. Who did? Gimme. Kimi has pitted from P13. Will he make it another retirement? Let's hope he doesn't. Jan just said hell in the chat. Thanks for that, Jan. John there struggling to give out. Look at this fight. They're 3 wide for a second. There between Hubert, John, and Tice. Down the inside goes John on Hubert. And now he's back to that position. Tice could still very well get P6 here. And maybe even P5 if he can get back to John. If, at this rate, he very well could. We may as well send it till the end. There's no point. Oh, he went hello. Thanks, Jan. That's a nice burp. Anyway. There is a lapped car. By the way, Riley's AI car is only 8 seconds behind drag still, after all this time. That is Riley's AI car up ahead, you're right. That could be a big problem, actually. Let's see. My master that, I can't lie, he needs to start using his fucking battery, man. I don't know what he's doing. One for that. Yeah. With half battery thing? Oh shit, sorry. Oh, Dan there getting massively held by Riley's AI car. This is big. Oh my god, that was close. If Dan was a controller player, it was fucking raps there, bro. He was going to get his wing taken off. Meanwhile, yeah, flags are out, I assume because of the blue flag there for to Riley. Meanwhile, Bonfer is chasing down Dan for the race lead still. Now, these two are probably not going to be investigated for anything. Maybe Bonfer, but Dan probably not. Unless Kiwi has something to say about the incident with Dan. In which case, my master would win if they both got investigated and given penalties. But my master there. Oh, Ty's got a puncture with 2 laps to go. That's such a shame for Ty there. He did a really good job to go that far into the race. He may as well try and go to the end anyway, because he could probably still hold on to maybe some points, but we'll see. To the inside he goes. A few bit there, back to P5. Kaiser leaves the session now. It's a shame. Kaiser there in his home race, retiring from the race. His first race back since season 13. And here is Dan there. 1 more lap to go here at Cota. It's going to be a 3-way lead fight, it looks like. What a exit. Bonfer out off that corner. Could be a chance for Bonfer to go for moving to turn 1 here on Dan. It's going to be all down to this last lap between the top 3. Bonfer going to send it. Oh, Tice there with a puncture on the far lap. Oh no, he hit Dervas, and now he's damaged, and Darkson goes to P8 because of that. And Darkson could get P7 off Felix because of his penalty. Meanwhile, here's Bonfo. Going very wide through the first sector there. My Master trying to close in. He's driving some interesting lines. I don't know why my Master's driving like that, but there you go. Dan there looks pretty good actually. Maybe he has enough to just about fend off from Dan. Another 3 seconds there for Ski in P4. But Dan it is out in front. What a race he's had, by the way. I want to mention Dan has gone up how many places? 9 places Dan has gone. So Dan could go from 10th to 1st, what would by far be his best win. And it looks like it's going to be enough unless Bonfer has anything as an answer for Dan. My Master didn't use enough battery. He didn't stay in DRS. Tried to go for the long game. Oh, and Bonfer outbraked himself. Oh, wow. And this could be a chance for my Master to get 2nd place. For the first career podium for my Master, looks so likely here to get the 2nd most podium sitters in a single season in MPL. Tied with 2 other seasons. Okay, well, Bonfer did go wide, and let's be real, let's give some credit to my Master, it's not that bad. Also, as you say that, my Master, using his battery there, actually still has a fair amount. But by the way, Dan Maurice, out of fucking nowhere today, I would never have predicted it at Cota, is going around the final corner to win the US Grand Prix in Aston Martin. What a win for Dan. By far his best career victory. A wonderful start. Luck was in his favour, and he overtook so many people for the win, and he does overtake Bonfo to win the US Grand Prix. What a race for Dan. My Master gets 3rd place, a first career podium, Ski on P4, John will get P5 with Hubert's penalty at the end. Felix there, I think he's going to lose out to P6, P7 I should say, and he does to Darkson. Darkson gets P7, what a comeback. And Dervas there crosses the line P9, and it's going to be P10 for Frosty. First career point for Frosty there. Has he got enough penalty? Rubenon now gets P11. And P9. So, whoa! Ty spins out on the final lap in P12. Not great for Ty there. And Dan wins. What a lovely win that was. Great job, Dan. Very good win. That is the drive of a champion, Dan. That was wonderful stuff. So Dan put it all together today to win the race at Cota. No, definitely not what I expected. Probably the biggest surprise win of the season, I can't lie, besides maybe CB at Vegas. So 2 wins in a row, we see some pretty surprising winners. Great performance. And once again, can I just say, we are en route to break the record for the lowest pole-to-win ratio in MPL history within 1 season. That was set in Season 3, by the way. We already were tied with that record last race, but because of this race, we're now on, I think, below 30% pole-to-win ratio, so very low. Of course, we saw pole position went to Ski, and he finished 4th. Dan wins the race, so not even a podium there for Ski, unfortunately. And Bonfo will finish 2nd. A great performance once again from the Haas driver, who will be driving for Williams next season. Then we have P3 to My Master, who finally gets a podium in his career today. Wonderful stuff from My Master. And we know who had the potential. He went from 6th to 3rd, by the way. Great performance. Bonfer stayed 2nd where he started. Ski went from 1st to 4th. Hubert went from P12 to P6. Great performance from him. Almost got P5. If he went for that penalty, he would have got it. And then Felix was P8 as well. Had a Darkson. My Go gets a comeback from P11 to P7 after also being on a different strategy. Made it work. Got ahead of all the other guys on the same strategy as him, including Tice, including Jan, who retired. And it really does beg the question, why the fuck did Jan retire when he literally could have had the same race as Darkson? But you know what, he doesn't really fucking care about the season anyway. You know, Kimi got fastest lap. He's gonna get a point. Yeah, so Kimi gets the point for fastest lap because he got it by 3/10 over Dan in first. So he had the second fastest lap. So of the drivers on the same strategy, it looks like the quickest driver was actually Dan, which makes sense because he went from 10th to first. So very good job by Dan there. This season you've done 4 prior to this. Yeah, very happy for Dan. That's one of his best performances in his career for sure. I'd say that was your best win, Dan. To be honest, of all your wins, win number 12 for Dan in his career, second of the season. Beats finally breaks the curse from last season, and it seemed to come into this season as well with 1 win per. Yeah. Also, I really don't know what to do about Hubert. We should honestly talk to Hubert about giving him the opportunity to race in Tier 1 next season, but I don't know. Um, yeah, that's the thing. If Graham Crackers is Tier 2, then so is Hubert. I think they're both about the same, but they're like the very best in Tier 2. They're like the Fabian of Tier 2. It's okay, Hubert, man. You did a great job. Still P6. Your best we could have got with P5, so still loads of points for Mercedes. They're gonna stay 1-2, Dan, be real. Is it Sebring, by the way, Dan? Fuck, I missed it. I missed the start. Yeah, I know. If that happened, then yes. Who are you talking about? Well, I will now be ending the stream, so we'll see you tomorrow for the final race of the season, the sprint weekend in Brazil, where we will see who will win the final races of the season, of course, the final sprint and the final race at Brazil. We should have an incredibly competitive, probably the most competitive qualifying ever. And if I can find a replacement commentator, I might genuinely just say fuck it and race, because why not? Um, but that's to be decided. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And then we'll start Tier 1 next week. So it's going to be very good stuff coming soon. Let me just double check, actually, before I do anything. I'm going to click the race, just in case. I don't trust that my stream actually worked. I'm pretty sure because some people commented it should have worked. Yeah, you did everything you could to get P2.